Asian funds for Anambra State governorship election of 30 million naira. Nigeria Police commence medical screening for 2022 constable recruitment candidates. On the foreign scene, Israel sends negotiators to Cairo to extend phase 1 of Gaza ceasefire. Good evening, this is News at 7 on West Spring Television. My name is Tomilola Daniel. We begin in Lagos State as the impeached Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, has stormed the Assembly complex, saying he has resumed his position as the Parliament's leader. Obasa stated this today after returning to the Assembly complex with police and state security service. Details for the first time since he was removed on the 13th of January. He arrived at the Assembly complex around 12 noon today. The development followed the withdrawal of the security aid of the Speaker, Mojisola Miranda. The Assembly has been embroiled in a leadership crisis since Obasa's removal, the Speaker, and the subsequent election of Miranda.
As you rightly said, I'm here. So as I'm here, it simply means the house is on.
Well, sir, on social media, we have it information flowing that you barged into this premises.
Confirm it now.
So we're trying to confirm from you. Can you tell us exactly?
So what are you implying? Are you saying that I broke it or I broke the door to get access? Is that what you are saying?
I don't know.
So
sir.
I go and confirm now. If you have had, then confirm from your source. He will do what?
Yeah.
Allege. Will do what? Must prove.
So you are back. Have you been reinstated? Are you back now?
I've told you repeatedly, I've never been removed. There's nothing like impeachment. So I don't know what you are saying. I've said this openly.
Sir.
That everybody, remove, what is it called? Impeachment or whatever, or removing is all democratic and constitutional. But in doing that, to achieve that, you must follow the due process. Nobody is against. I'm not against being removed. If I do that, then I'm not democratic. But all we are saying, let us go through the normal process and achieve that. So if we do, fine. That's just, I'm not against anybody. I don't have anything against anybody. All my colleagues, they've always been my brother. They have always been loyal. They've been dedicated. A strong commitment to serve the people of Lagos. I will continue to do that together. For me, I have no reservation, nothing against anybody, and no intention of victimization. So
okay, so you took the house to the court.
What is the case about? What is the case about?
About the
your
current
removal.
No, I don't have anything like that.
Okay, so are you not disturbed that currently members of the party they are now being pitched against one another over this crisis?
No. Our party is one. We are all brothers and sisters.
But we just had
it's a family party. Everybody is entitled to his or her. Thank you.
So what's next?
Meanwhile, the Lagos State Assembly members have rejected the return of Honorable Mudashiru Obasa as Speaker of the Assembly. The Speaker with journalists at the Assembly complex on Thursday, the lawmakers refuted Obasa's claim that he remains the Speaker. The 36 lawmakers reaffirmed their support for the current Speaker, Mojisola Miranda, insisting that she is the Speaker of the Assembly. The spokesperson of the Assembly, Honorable Stephen Ogundipe, described the return of Honorable Obasa as an unacceptable charade that will not work. Earlier today, security aids attached to Speaker Mojisola Miranda were withdrawn.
Once again, we want to thank and appreciate the press for doing your duty, despite all the intimidation, for being here to still see us. This is Lagos. And this is Lagos State House of Assembly. We are approached by our leaders that we should remain calm and take things easy until the approach. But we are shocked to see what is happening today. And we are still expecting them to come and tell us where we went wrong or what really went wrong. We won't take laws into our hands, just like I told the staffs that they should not take laws into their hands. But we all belong to different constituencies. And we have our mandate. And whatever has to happen, the leadership should speak with us and not this charade that we are seeing. We are not happy and we are already demystified. We are shocked to see what is happening, despite the fact that this is Lagos. This is the center of excellence. This is where everything starts and it stops. We've been law-abiding. We've not gone out of our way. We've not done anything against the state or against anybody. But we also want to be respected, to be given our dignity, to be shown that we were elected. So I'm appealing to the leadership of our party that we cannot continue this way. We are all here, you can see us. These are honorable members, 3 of us that are not here are here. So anything that happens, they've taken us to court. And it is for us to let the process follow its due course. But what we are seeing today is a charade. It's uncalled for. It's an embarrassment. Because for me to even enter the gate, I was stopped and told by security operatives that I cannot enter the House of Assembly. It's an embarrassment. And this must stop. We've said this clearly. We are not against the leadership's decision. But they should call us and tell us to our face, and not us hearing rumors. We are not against leadership decisions. It is the leadership. They took us here. They are our leaders, and we still stand. They nominated us, and we still stand with their decisions.
Moving on, the Ondo State Governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has declared that his administration would not tolerate any act of corruption and indolence from any of his political appointees. To this end, Aiyedatiwa charged all his appointees to carry out their duties diligently, saying his administration was committed to delivering rapid and effective governance. The governor stated this at the swearing-in ceremony of newly appointed and reappointed members of the State Executive Council today in Akure, the state capital. Governor Aiyedatiwa emphasized that his administration's focus was on speed and accuracy in governance, adding that the newly sworn-in officials must key into the 7-point developmental agenda, which was designed to accelerate the state's growth. To ensure accountability and efficiency, the governor disclosed that performance measuring techniques would be introduced, stressing that his administration would have zero tolerance for corruption, indolence, and disloyalty. Turning to politics, the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, expect its nomination and expression of interest funds at 30 million naira for aspirants interested in vying for the primary ahead of the 8th of November governorship election in Anambra State. This was disclosed in a statement issued by the National Organizing Secretary of the party, Ifeanyi Mbayeri, in Abuja on Thursday. The APGA scribe also released the primary election timetable containing the activities and date of the exercise. Among other things, he stated that party's special state congress and governorship primary election has been slated to be held on the 5th of April. The party approved the sale of the nomination form to female aspirants and physically challenged persons at a discounted rate of 5%. He, however, gave a caveat that the leadership of the party reserves the right to adjust the dates and schedules of activities if the need arises. Turning to security matters, the Nigeria Police Force has commenced the medical screening exercise for selected candidates in the ongoing 2022 police constable recruitment process. The screening, which began on the 26th of February, will run until the 12th of March across 17 designated police zone headquarters nationwide. According to a Thursday statement issued by the First Public Relations Officer, ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, he confirmed the medical screening was already in progress. It is disclosed that the phase follows the computer-based test, CBT, held on the 5th and 6th of March 2024, after which the first batch of successful candidates was invited for training. He urged all other candidates who participated in the CBT to check their application status via the official recruitment portal, apply.policerecruitment.gov.ng, and print their invitation slips. In Zamfara State, the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, StarTimes said 1,571 liters of petroleum product have been illegally transported in jerry cans to banditry-prone areas. Addressing journalists on behalf of the state commandant, the public relations officer of the command, Umar Mohammed, revealed that 4 suspects were arrested at 2 separate locations. Mohammed said the suspect also violated the executive order prohibiting the sale of petroleum products in jerry cans within the state. It disclosed that 2 of the suspects were caught in Benin Magaji with 1,296 liters of fuel, while the other 2 were arrested in Tisafe local government with 275 liters of the product. The NSCDC further assured citizens that investigations are ongoing and reaffirmed its commitment to enforcing the law to curb illegal fuel diversion and activities that could aid insecurity in the state. As stakeholders have called for sustained effort, collaboration, and a focus on ethics and integrity to ensure progress in the fight against corruption. The chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, the chairman of the Dependent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, Musa Aliyu, managing director of the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, Akintunde Soya, among others, made the call in Abuja on Thursday. They spoke at the 38th Anti-Corruption Situation Room in Abuja with the theme Ethics, Integrity, Corruption, Risk Assessment, and Anti-Corruption at national and sub-national levels, sustaining the fight against corruption in Nigeria. In his address, the EFCC boss stressed the importance of integrity and ethical conduct in governance, highlighting the crucial role that integrity plays in the fight against corruption in Nigeria, and urged both leaders and citizens to reflect on their own behaviors. Olukoyede pointed out that governance should not be seen as an opportunity to accumulate wealth, but as a serious responsibility. On his part, ICPC chairman articulated a 3-pronged approach to combating corruption: enforcement, prevention, and public enlightenment. In another development, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has warned fruit dealers against using chemicals to ripen fruits and advised consumers to be cautious. The Ondo State NAFDAC coordinator, Gonzog Bendima, issued the warning in Yola, the state capital, this afternoon. He highlighted that the most commonly used chemical for ripening fruit, particularly bananas and oranges, was calcium carbide, which is mainly used in wetland. According to Bendima, this chemical can cause cancer in any part of the body. He noted that NAFDAC had previously sensitized the leadership of fruit sellers and plans to continue the campaign, especially with the approach of fasting season, when many people purchase fruit for the runs. The coordinator further urged consumers to be vigilant and avoid buying fruit ripened with chemicals due to the health risk. Elsewhere, as the world marks the International Non-Government Organizations Day, the need for grassroots development has been emphasized following the recent foreign and aid termination by the administration of U.S. President Donald Trump. While speaking in an interview with reaffirmed News, branch manager of the Nigerian Red Cross, Osogbo Tolulokwe Ogunleye, emphasized the need for NGOs to build self-reliability, noting that the overdependence of many NGOs on foreign aid is now taking a toll on their services and effectiveness. The humanitarian expert also urged NGOs in Nigeria to focus more on other means of support that can foster humanitarian services. The USAID covers a broad range of programs aimed at promoting development and humanitarian aid in various sectors across the globe. However, since the inception of the Trump administration, more than 90% of the programs have been terminated globally, including many that were initially covered by waivers such as work tackling HIV. Marked every February 27th, World NGO Day is an internationally recognized day acknowledged by the European Union that celebrates and honors the incredible work of over 10 million NGOs and non-profit organizations worldwide.
This cutting of funds will be in 2 ways.
as it is affecting us, it will help us in one way or the other. There are some other means that we are not concentrating on. It's just like a child that lost his father or mother. One way or the other, once the child is determined to succeed, he or she will look for a way or means of survival. I know as we have those who are truthfully working as NGO for the benefit of the masses, so also we have some that are using it to enrich themselves. But coming to the part of those who are working genuinely, they will look for means, other parts, other ways of raising support, of looking for means of survival. It will affect, it may not be like the much more they are doing for the masses, but one way or the other, I know they will survive it. I know this cutting of USAID is having effect on majority of those NGOs. And it is telling on the citizens of Nigeria. Because we have some, for example, this HIV drug that they give out freely. It is from those funds. Because we know statutorily it will come annually. And it has been budgeted. Anyone with HIV/AIDS, they have chance of getting their pills for free. Now that it is cut, and Nigeria should have that body. So that is one of the aspects. We are just talking of a minute part of it, of larger parts of way that is that have been affecting the citizens of Nigeria. No way this cutting of this USAID no way that it will not have a larger effect on citizens. Now, for example, Nigerian Red Cross, we don't depend on donors alone. Like each national society has means of generating their income, maybe venturing into business. For example, in Nigerian Red Cross, we have our business units, whereby we don't only depend on donor, though the profits or the income that comes from that may not be enough, but we depend on donors as well. But taking from the angle of your question, we don't only depend on our business. We have IFRC, we have ICRC. They are like mother to Red Cross. Red Cross is the mother name, but these people are like the backbone of the operations, operations of Red Cross. Go to Ministry of Health and some other ministry, we've been collaborating very well, road safety, Nigerian police and some other parastatals like that. So we want more from government in terms of collaboration. We are here to support government. And the part of a philanthropist, we want more philanthropists to support us in this humanitarian journey. The more we get support, the more we go, the more we move, the more we get across to the masses in Ondo State. And from the masses, we want them to understand our core visions and mission. Not all the time we visit you at your rural communities and we bring in money. Not all the time we come to your doorstep with money or material. It may be with information that will help you. That information may be the one that will make you out, that will get you out of poverty.
You're watching News at 7 on West Spring Television. Still to come. The federal government owes electricity generation companies this costs over 4 trillion naira. We'll bring you more on this when we return. Please stay with us.
Born Jeremiah.
You're welcome back. This is the News at 7 on West Spring Television. A reminder of our headlines. Impeached Speaker Mudashiru Obasa shows up at Lagos Assembly, says he has resumed as Speaker. APGA pegs its nomination farms for Anambra's state governorship election at 30 million naira. The Nigeria Police commends medical screening for 2022 constable recruitment candidate. On the foreign scene, Israel sends negotiators to Cairo to extend phase 1 of Gaza ceasefire. The Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, said the federal government now owes electricity generation companies, GenCos, and distribution companies discos over 4 trillion naira. Said this during a public presentation of the National Integrated Electricity Policy and Nigeria Integrated Resource Plan in Abuja today. Owing to the debt, Mr. Adelabu said there have been challenges in strengthening the power sector to deliver optimum service to consumers. Given a breakdown, the minister said 2 trillion naira is owed to GenCos as legacy debt, while another 1.9 trillion naira is owed to them as part of the electricity subsidy for 2024, while discos are owed 450 billion naira for the 2024 subsidy. He further reiterated that the government would not be able to sustain the payment of the electricity subsidy, but that it will continue a new model of intervention by identifying a segment of the population that is really in need of it. The Katsina State branch of the Nigeria Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority has sealed 5 petroleum stations in the state for safety violations and under dispensing fuel. The routine operation led by the state controller, Umar Mohammed, was aimed at ensuring compliance with industry standards and protecting consumers' rights. The routine enforcement exercise focused on petrol stations whose operational licenses are expired and failed to renew the licenses as mandated by regulatory authorities. Most of the affected refilling stations were also sealed for short-changing customers by delivering less than the standard liter and for lack of safety equipment.